All right, hello everyone. Let's get back to it. So where were we? Oh my goodness, I got a lot of space. Physical shaping, sure. Must have been saving up for that last time. Base spatial resource rate and caps. Okay. Well, let's keep putting stuff in containment. A couple of these. So I remember wood was the big holdup. So let's see what we got here. Artificer crafting. That allows crafting paper. Yeah, skill is really slow to generate too. Let's just take a second to go through everything. All right, we can unlock that just for the sake of it, I guess. Pick up that since I'm not really casting anything right now. Try output level 4 for right now. I think I also need to focus more on mana generation so I can cast these at closer to my skill cap. Ah, yeah. Research. I'm glad I took a look at this. Okay, so let's definitely do a couple levels of Scholar. And I think we want to finish... let's just go and do both of those and look at the... Yeah, Mind Mastery. Okay, so this has been changed so it takes an Orb Advancement now. 1 Orb Advancement and 2 Mental Points. Base Power Build Rating. What is Power Build Rating? A chance to gain a bonus level when developing an attribute. Oh, weird. Okay. Concept effect levels, time scaling, develop speed. Oh my goodness, I need this so much. I need to find more sources of this because my development speed for attributes is just so low right now. All right, we'll definitely go ahead and pick that up. And it looks like we've got another... Oh yeah, we've got a bunch of other innovations here, so... anything that does... This puts more in the queue, but doesn't actually help with the speed. Although maybe there would be another... Sometimes there's other researches hidden behind it. Infusion and casting... Rest. Elemental resting rate, reserves effect levels... What does that mean? Resting spells per second? Charging emblem passive. Oh, I see. Okay, so it stacks up over the course of 50 seconds, it looks like, to max stacks. It's a pretty minor boost to the cooldowns though. It's not bad, but gloves are medium weight artifacts that enhance certain classifications of spells. I mean, I do really like artifacts, so I could definitely see going into artifacts. I need to come up with something that spends magical advancements, though. So that's probably going to be... See, the precision, that's another one of these that costs ability. Yeah, I've got a lot of magical advancements. I could use a 5th spell slot. Let's see if we can get wizardry up to level 4 next. So this requires expert expansion level 4. I think I'm gonna go pretty heavy into tools. For charms, gives additional spell capacity. Alright, well for right now I don't need to worry about the rest of the research. Let's take a look at concepts. Discover, we need 14,000. Well, we can easily do that. Definitely want to get a lot of concepts. Concepts are really powerful for making things cheaper. Let's get some focus aura. Yeah, it looks like my psi generation is really slow for some reason. Just get a bunch of these. Base mental resource rate. We probably want mental resources gained. That's really expensive though. It's only casting level 4 and it's already just tanking my mana. What is going on with my mana generation? So this is cheap. What if I buy... Can I get the cheap effect stacked by buying multiples at once? It looks like I might be able to. That would be really powerful, actually. I'm not sure if it works that way, or maybe when I control click, it just buys one at the low level and then... spends more for the higher one. Alright, let's get some levels of capability. Increase the cap on this so it doesn't fill up quite so quickly. Looks like we're generating skill at a bit more of a reasonable rate now. Alright, what was that thing I was gonna buy? Research. Concepts. Here we go. Let's contemplate a new concept. Alright, we got Analyze Elemental. Reducing attribute costs for elemental attributes. Elemental. And we've got Energized Learning. Generates a small amount of all energetic resources. Okay, so these reflective concepts. Not really that excited about energetic right now, because that's just a couple of my resources that are already easy to generate. Yeah, I think I want reductive concepts whenever possible, because those are actually going to significantly impact my power level. Elemental attributes. Did I just make a mistake? Might have just made a mistake. What makes an attribute elemental? I don't see a single one. Okay, let's do a quick test here. So we go to Scholar Concepts, Loadout. Let's get rid of Study World for a second. Elemental attribute cost. Or wait a minute, maybe it's just saying any elemental resource and an attribute cost. I hope that's what it's saying. So in 80 seconds, we can test this. Hopefully it does what I think it does. Otherwise, that's going to be slightly disappointing. Okay, so that's 206,000 with no buff levels. In 15 seconds we can test it. Let's look at a couple of them. So 55, 206,000, and 26,000. Okay, so it affected all of those. All right, so that affects all of my mana and spark costs. All right, so that is well worth it. So not that they have the tag elemental, it's any resources that have that tag. So that includes stuff like the auras and everything. Yeah, okay, so that's really good. We'll keep investing pretty heavily into that, I think. Oh yeah, and that's gonna help me get a bunch of infused mana too. So I might be able to pull the same trick here. What if I get, what if I control click containment? I'm only getting 2 levels, so it's 14 and then... I'm still not quite clear on exactly what causes it to cost certain amounts. Spend some of this, yeah, let's get some capacity. We still don't know what that does. We still don't know what the plot size does either. Let's get it up to like 10 maybe. Yeah, I still really am confused about the whole agromancy thing. I guess we'll learn amulets. It seems that, yeah, I'm kind of generating enough skill over time now. When I cast all of these, it goes up to... yeah, like 2.5 per second. It's still not nearly what I would want it to be. I think I want to get... What do we have right now? Staves and amulets. Might want to unlock a few more types before I go in here and hit construct. Okay, so I'm full of stuff here. I don't have much wood. Let's grab one of these and chop it. So that generates, it looks like, several hundred. Now, can I immediately build this? No, I have to wait for it to finish. Okay, so I think it's time to raise Druidry level and see what that does. So let's buy this. All right, let's let that run at level 4. That's 30 psi per second. When we have these going, it should be no problem. Speaking of, let's level those up. Let's get some points in intellect. Then do it again for academic. Do it again for focus aura. And do concept speed and experience. All right, what are you showing me? Artifacts, create, I know about that. World, you're telling me, yeah, I can grow another thing here. I guess we want to chop this too. Or do we have to wait? Requires an empty action slot, okay. Oh right, we're gonna raise Druidry level. So what does this do? Twice the cost. 2.25 times the speed. And I don't know what weave does. But I'm hoping now. Does this actually generate more is the question. Looks like it does. It looks like it well, it's faster. Doesn't generate that much more though, because I had like 200, so I got like 600. Yeah, I got about the same amount. Well, 750. I think it's about the same amount. It might be slightly higher. 2.25 times speed, 2 times cost. It doesn't say anything about providing more. Oh, 1.02 times plant yield. Faster and less efficient. I don't know, it's confusing. I feel like I'm just locked here, like, I don't know what I can do. That gives me a total of 48% now to the power. Base energetic resource rate. I'm not really concerned about that yet. Okay, so this is base spatial resource rate. That spends skill, though. I don't really want to spend that right now. I feel like it's hard to get skill. Let's do a powered up version of this. Continue getting more. Okay, so I think it was level 2 of Expert Wizardry was going to unlock something. I don't remember what, but I think we'll go ahead and grab it. Okay, so now this takes... It still takes 20 seconds. It's minus 13 per second. Size times 2.16. So what am I looking at here then? Just an oak tree. Maybe once I plant this larger size... Okay, that felt like it was stronger. Maybe I needed to, maybe it needs to be when I planted while I was at a higher level. And then when I harvest it, it grants more wood. It definitely felt like an improvement. Let's try to get some more upgrades on the right-hand side here. Artificer crafting should be a good one. And try to avoid spending wood for a little bit. Okay, so we got craftsmanship and engineering. Both of these cost skill. Man, where do I get lots of skill? Natural and mental. Natural would be druidry. I already put a bunch of points into that. Rapid construction. Harvesting and constructing with speed. I don't think speed is really that important, though. It's mainly the resource amounts that I can get out of it. So I can't plant that. Still feel like I must be missing something in terms of the attribute develop speed. Maybe we just grab this to get the larger queue. Wait, technology tree? What does this do? Yeah, see, there it is. Okay. Okay, so they do show you now. That's my fault for not noticing that before. +8 to the queue, faster development, better concept time and time scaling, scholar cost scaling. Yeah, okay. This is obviously where I want to go. So if I select this one, lock the tooltip. All attribute cost scaling. Wait, that looks so good. Charged spells. So I probably want to find a good one in this, in the magic section so that I can spend more magic points. But for right now, let's go ahead and get this concept, time scaling, and attribute develop speed. So that's using technology and mind. Improved charms would use magic. I'm quite a ways off from being able to get that, though. Have to get a lot of levels of expansion. I don't think we're going to go into augments. Okay, so now 14 and they go faster. Having a much larger queue is nice too, because then I can throw throw a bunch on while I've got the cost reduction. I'm assuming that that's how it works. It seems to be working, at least. It's really hard to tell, for sure. Yeah, let's get some extra spellbook slots. Okay, let me start thinking about what I want to buy from the right-hand side over here to get to the next thing. We've got fruit trees are... Actually, it wouldn't take too many more trees to do that. Rapid construction cloaks, no. Bookcases takes 10 paper. Looks like right now I would get plus 2.39 paper for 25 skill. Why, though? What's causing that exact amount? Paper is probably a spatial resource. That's probably why. It's 2.39. Let's go here. And... yeah, spatial resources gained. Looks like I'm not going to be able to level that up for a while. $58,000 knowledge for a new spell. I do that and then look through my spells and see if there's any new ones I want to do. Oh, this knowledge generation is really slow too. Let's put some points into Scholar's Aura. We'll do some more in academic in a second here too. Okay, the larger queue is helping a lot. I'm glad I did that. Okay, we can plant one of these. So it's still 20 seconds. What's the grow time? Let's go and get the fruit trees. Mastery on oak trees. Okay, yeah, that's a lot more. I'm not sure what caused that to happen. Okay, so what's the time here? It's still on a 4-minute timer, so doesn't feel like this did active agromancy speed. Okay, so that doesn't affect the growth timer. Okay, so it produces fruit. The fruit from this tree appears to be random. It looks like it takes a massive 6 spots. So from oak tree, we can say... converts this tree into a fruit tree, which can be harvested periodically for fruit. Okay, so it's going to cost like 2,000. It's got a certain amount of size. Requires more oak tree. And then this has a grow time of 15 minutes. And then in between fruit harvests, it's got a 6-minute cooldown. Looks like... What is causing this mastery level to, like, jump every once in a while? Collect fruit is... I'm honestly so confused. I'm concerned about this, concerned about this 6 on the... Yeah, because I have 7 out of 9 here. How do I get more of these? Let's take a look at the research and see if there's one for... Yeah, so for Druidry... Let me just lock this. So effect levels, plant growth, plant yield, type experience, dazzling workshop. Okay, so I don't see where that would actually fit. I need 3 oak trees. So that's 2. And then I would need, I'm assuming this is going to jump to 9 out of 9 once this is planted. Yeah, so I need to ditch 2 of these. Gives me some spark, it looks like. Some... buy a bunch of levels of this. And this. Okay, innovation, casting mastery. This does give 2. That gives spell duration and spell slots. Okay, let's go ahead and work on this then. We're going to commit to taking this to 4. Let's see, do I have any plant-based things here? Greater attunement. Artifact capacity. Oh, here we go. Greater space. Plus 8 plot capacity. That's huge. And then the next thing in here would give plus 10. Plot yield, plot growth speed. Empty plot recovery speed. And lower the scaling. Okay, I think we pretty much have to get this. Okay, did we ever figure this out? We have enough room to grow 1 more of these. Okay, so now in theory, when this is done, 4 minutes after this finishes, we'll have 3 oak trees, and we can start growing a fruit tree. But then I'll have to ditch more of these if I want to continue growing oak trees to harvest for wood. Yeah, I think actually it's just a top priority. To get any wood at this point, I've got to research this one thing. Okay, so where was it? Greater space requires 1 of these. These come from Druidry. Ooh, we gotta get a lot of levels to get up to the next one of those points. Maybe I can get 1 from Artificer? Yeah, okay, I can get 1 from here. This all costs skill, though, so that's not happening. Yeah, it might be best to do it through Druidry. Let's get the cost reduction. I'm gonna buy some of these cheaper things and see how close we can get. Okay, so it looks like we still have to go like 17 or 18 more. 19 more. How do I get more druidry options? Hey Marple, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm really liking it so far. The agromancy has me a little confused, but I'm starting to figure it out. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I tend to I feel like in the previous playthroughs I kind of rushed through a lot, and now it's really forcing me to slow down and figure things out and figure out what works where. I can't just create all my resources for free with the tricks that I had from the past. I could get a glyph. I mean, sure, why not? Let's see what we got. Small or strong? One magic affinity. This gives casting speed. I can't remember if I have another source of magic affinity right now. I think I'll take strong. We're a long way off from getting the requirement, but it looks like all that does is make it cost extra spell weight. I think I'm okay with that. All right, let's stop spending on these and do, I think I want to go back to mind. Yeah, I can actually afford to do a ton of this now. Which is good because I need to boost my passive income of all these mental resources. And this would give me new, new unlocks in here. I'm only 16 away from getting that ability advancement. Alright, I'll go for it. Maybe some of these won't cost skill at all and it'll be worth it. No, everything costs skill, naturally. And skill is so much harder to get. Natural mental. Well, I guess that's why we're doing this. I did say I was going to learn a new spell. Let's take a look at the existing ones first. So, yeah, this one turned out not to work very well for me, but I'll still level it up for the points. Psychic Blast, obviously we're using a ton. So there's that other source of mana affinity. Thunderclap. Okay, so this is one that I didn't really try yet. Storm Conjuration Cantrip. Requires casting other spells. So if I have two of these, does one recharge the other? It requires 4. Why did that go down to 1 and then 2? Seems like I could just run... Does this work? I don't understand that. Now it says 1. Wonder if you can hard lock yourself. So what are you generating exactly? 1.48 thousand energetic. Energetic right now is Psi, Verdant, and Spark. I have to think about this one a bit. Oh, right, and it's got the static effect. That's the other thing is, so like if I... Alright, let's go to a different loadout. Just a second here. What if I just... Okay, first of all, do spellcasts in here affect the other loadout? Let's actually just do this first. Let's cast all 3 in quick succession. So it looks like we got less spark on the remaining things. Looks like that did not change the cooldowns here. Okay, so it's got to be cast in that same loadout, it looks like. And I still didn't see, what does this effect look like? Yeah, it showed up there for just a second, but I didn't really get to look at it. It's that static. 400% total agility effect. Okay, so that's cooldown. Times for base energetic resource rate. So see, what I don't know is if I get like 2 or 3 stacks of that, there's no way it's like times 4 times 16 times 64. It's got to be like additive, so that it goes up to max times 40 and not times 4 to the 10th. 4 to the 10th would be what? About 1 million? I guess it could be. It'd be really, really strong. And maybe it would be really hard to stack it that high. Alright, let's go spend all this space. Still doing Study Mind. That's costing 46 and 93. Alright, let's actually make that a little bit less expensive. This is affecting scholar levels. Is that everything in here? Scholar, scholar, scholar. Yeah, every single one of them. Well, let's get this fruit tree. 3.84 thousand. We need some more. Verdant energy to pull that off. So now if I want to build more oak trees to get wood, I've got to get more space, or sacrifice even more void moss, but that seems like a bad idea. Wait, why does this say 5? This says 6 space, and that says 5 space. Hmm. So we have to get 19 more levels here. Alright, I forgot I was using that verdant energy for something. Or I could get 16 more levels here. I guess these are pretty cheap. Okay, we got it. Finally. Research, yeah, greater space for sure. All right, let's build this. We get Industria, Conjuration Spell Power, or Haste. Swift Power. So crafting... Oh, I see. So it's types of things. So it would affect those. I still don't know what a weave is. So hasted, stacks last for 1.8 seconds. So while this is casting, it's like stacking up times 1.02 per stack and then plus 3.2% total special speed stats. All speed is... Ooh, concepts. Yeah, that's nice. And special speed is a bunch of stuff. Okay, I think I like this. I may be a little ways off from being able to use it effectively, but we're gonna grab it nonetheless. Okay, so this is finally growing a tree now. It's gonna be working on that for quite a while. I have more space now, which means once this starts to recover, I can start growing oak trees again. Okay, so I just gotta wait on that a little bit. Okay, last level of expert wizardry. Then we're looking at getting casting mastery once we get another orb advancement. That'll give me another spell slot. Additional duration. Okay, I got all these magic points. I really gotta invest in something involving magic. So, if not improved charms... then probably one of these innovations. So this one leads to... I don't think we want this one. This is just all resting. No, I don't care about... Well, all plot recovery speed. No, I can't make my build resting. I don't think I want that. Greater casting, spell capacity, infusion, manifestation type experience stats. Oh, manifestation type. Okay, so alteration, conjuration, divining, and whatever the last one is. Wizardry cost scaling is tempting. Okay, so improved casting. That's currently my best one. Let's keep looking. Auras. I am trying to go for passive income with Psychic. Maybe I invest in auras. Bonus levels, effect levels, cost scaling. I don't want charge spells. So yeah, it's really either auras or casting. As crazy as it sounds, I think I'm gonna go auras. Yeah. Okay. Greater auras, go. Now these are generators, right? So it's not going to affect these, but most of my other passive income is in auras right now. Crafting speed, harvest agromancy speed. Ooh, workshop cost. Okay, this is something I could get behind. So bookcases are probably going to be in the workshop too. Alright, I think it's time to start making some paper. 4 paper. So 1, 2, 3. Here's the amount of attributes you can have queued for development. Okay, so it looks like there's just sprinkled attribute development speed stuff throughout the trees. It's not like before where you could just get an attribute and stack it sky high. Sure. We'll just go ahead and go straight to advanced. So I can look at all my options here. Okay, so if I'm going heavy into this aura thing, I guess we're going to want 2 levels of expert augments. So we can stack auto magic tome. Bunch of resource caps, base magic resource rate. It's 50 paper to generate 3 thaumic scrolls right now. So I still just have the one loadout thing. I think I will create one more artifact. I was hoping to get cloaks or something else first, but yeah, just resonate jewel. I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, actually aura power fits in with what I'm trying to do pretty well, now that I think about it. Well, this is kind of weird. It's like hidden. Good thing I can still see it. Now, how do you get multiple levels of that? I'd have to level up. There's like a trick to it. Oh wait, it's still the same cost. Okay. Voltaic staff is splashing energetic resources, splash mental resources. Not thrilled about either of these. But this is only after a spell crit cast. I think I want this one. Just for long-term planning. I never use the Scholar's Wand for anything, so this will at least have an option. Okay, now it looks like the cost is going up. Okay, so that's a spatial magic resource. If I look at my spells, we've got... Let me just look at charms, things that affect, okay, Attune Orb. There's a lot of magic resources and mana affinity. I just think it feels like I need to actually go back. Yeah, gain 1,000 thaumaturgy. I bet I can buff that up enough. Like maybe an Attune Orb and a Whirling and then a couple of Expand Magics. Let's see how that plays. I really need to get rid of this thing. We haven't done Spark in a while. Oh, we're not doing Construct. Let's get rid of that one. So... Attune Orb. Whirling Sorcery. Which one lasts longer? This is 30 seconds. That's 16. So switch these. And then a couple of Expand Magics. These cost like nothing to cast, so just take this up to 6. Okay, is this going to be worth it? Let's just see. I mean, barely. I guess we can increase output level a bunch. Yeah, it's because I'm so far behind on spellcasting because I haven't done any. All right, let's just get things leveled up before we judge it too harshly. Man, the more I think about this, everything comes back to I need to generate a ton of wood. Like, to get the passive income that I'm aiming for with the auras, I need automagic tomes. For that, I need the Thaumic Scrolls, which require paper, which requires wood. And skill, but of course, skill comes from wood, based on how the construction aura is. It's like everything comes down to that. So these grow in sequence, right? But then they should all kind of grow at the same time. All right, let's do another run through of this. Okay, that's more like it. 7,000 per cast. Turn those off. We'll probably do better than that. Let's go to my Psychic Blast setup. What did I want to buy? We got a bunch of stuff that needs to be spent here. Let's do Urn of Holding, and let's go to Scholar and spend it on Intellect, Scholar's Aura. XP rates of the various Artificer abilities. I don't want to do that right now. Let's get a ton of engineering. So it looks like these come down to a minimum amount. They can't be reduced below that. Hey, Kirk. Welcome in. I'm struggling to learn how to play the new update of this. Let's go back to study world for a bit. We're earning 400 space per second, so spend a quarter of that. Okay, do we finally have some trees to chop? Not quite. Almost there. Ah, right. The auras. Yeah, we better do that right away. Wonder if I can get... Can I get another level after this? Looks like these all have requirements to... Oh, I see. You need 0 for the first one and then 4 in expert expansion. Well, I guess it depends a little bit on which one you're doing. Hey, we can chop a tree finally. Get some wood. Alright, what do I want to do with this wood? We gotta, base magic resource rate. Okay, so I really want to get auto magic tomes going. I think the first thing to invest it into is more wood, right? Get this up. And then also more skill generation, probably. Collect fruit. Wait, can I do that now? Growing 15, sequential 540. Hey! I think I got some fruit. Inventory. Dimensional durian for 8 seconds. Missing spatial resources. Wait a minute. Percentage of the current supply that is missing every minute. And it's anything spatial, right? So, unfortunately not paper, because that doesn't have a capacity. But it should affect thaumaturgy. Oh man, I have to wrap my mind around this. So, let's spend this skill. I want to spend it on even more engineering, I think. And then let's get a few levels of craftsmanship. We're gonna have to start crafting paper at some point. Let's get wisdom. Alright, I have to remember, when I have high knowledge, I should be spending it on wizard's auras. Okay, so let's just see. Let me spend some of this down. Got 12,000 of that, and we'll do space as well. Just buy a level of containment. Okay, so what does this do? It's... I'm eating it. Eating, I think. Now it's generating... So it's just like a chunk of resources? And then... That's so weird. So this is recovering. So basically every 6 minutes I can pick another fruit from this fruit tree. All right, let's keep leveling up this axe. Okay, so did I finish that one? I don't even remember what it was. There's something in here that I finished and I wanted to see what the... Okay, inventory. We've got inventory space, toxicity, item rating, item prep. Auras, right. Okay, so that does require expansion level 4. That could give me even more aura levels. I think I want to go ahead and get this extra slot. What do I even want the 5th spell slot for? You get another Psychic Blast going with an... If I use 2 more of these weak. I feel like my build is just all over the place right now. Like I'm not doing anything consistent with any of my stuff. Maybe we should start doing paper. Yeah, all right. Let's go agromancy. Let's harvest another tree. Let's as soon as that's done. Well, this lasts quite a while. Okay, so that's why you level this up, is because like as these get more and more powerful. You want the you want everything to go quicker. Let me just level this up once. Yeah, so that's taking a lot more stuff now. Which means I probably want to run it at level 2 for a little bit. 4,000 wood. I mean, it's so tempting to keep investing in the harvesting stuff, but... Oh, look, the paper cost actually went down. Oh, because of this. Right, okay. So I gotta make sure to use max stacks of this when I buy books and stuff. Honestly, we need the cap, right, for this stuff? To get woodworking and stuff? Let's just get a couple of those. Yeah, we could drastically increase these caps. That's still not ready. That's not ready to plant. This is ready to harvest, but I don't really need to right now. We could go scholarism, not quite yet. Craftsmanship, the cost is up there. Alright, I think it's time to just see what happens if I craft a whole ton of paper. We're just gonna go for it. Okay, I want to put a bunch into attunement now that I'm getting good magic income here. Thalmic scrolls. Oh, this was a big mistake. Okay, so yeah, so now, because I actually have spells that affect this, I want to cast a bunch of spells that generate more magic resources, and then craft Thalmic scrolls. We'll do that next time. Okay, so for right now, we can go to workshop. We can do magic spatial elemental caps. I think we want to focus on automagic tomes to start with. So we get 10 stacks for the max price reduction here. Allows me to get 4 of those. I guess we can do whatever little bit we can get there. Another 4 of those. Alright, let's just pick that up. Maybe we can get something useful out of it. Study artifacts, artifact mastery rate. Plot experience. Oh, but that costs wood. Yeah. Don't really want to spend anything on that. The skill I wouldn't really mind. Let's just do one big cast of this. Get whatever we can for cheap, and then... So if we go to artifacts, take a look at This is mastery level 3. Total artifact mastery is 8. That gives workshop effect levels. Okay, so that's the same as before. That'll just make everything in here a bit more powerful. Including the tomes. Okay, so that's pretty good. Base energetic resource rate. Let's get a bunch of this. All right, wood. Hey, thaumaturgy capped. Buy a bunch of attunement. And why am I not buying more spellcraft? That should be much higher than it is. Probably same thing with aptitude, honestly. Got a bunch of stuff sitting on the table. Speaking of, we got another research point. I think we're going expansion next. Okay, so we got all the reserve orb stuff, all the new thaumic scroll things. Wow, we're that close to flow already, huh? Let's chop one of these. And... oh, I see. Yeah, so if I upgraded this, I could get it to go a lot faster. Did we ever figure out what plot size does? Wait, did I just get another one? Did it automatically double up or something? Or did it, like, continue? That was weird. Let's, plant one of those. Energy trees. A little bit away from that. I think I just need to work on this capacity stuff, right? Let's get some levels in sorcery and memory. Okay, let's set up for crafting the thaumic scroll. So I can do 2 batches. Let me grab this loadout, magic, spellbook, loadout. Get rid of all this. We want magic resources, so that does a little bit. That's not it. Attune orb. Didn't I already do this setup? So it's basically going to be one of these and one of these, but in the other order. And then craft. Yeah, this should work. So we go that first, then this, and craft these. Mana affinity. So it did get me quite a bit. Actually, not nearly as much as I would have liked. 17. It is a magic resource, right? Yeah, magic. Well, I guess because I already have some boosts, right? Like I've got... Yeah, I've already got a bunch from attunement. So it's not that big of a surprise, I guess. Reserve orb is ready. Yeah, let's buy that. More atomic volumes. Okay, we're getting close to the... Whoa. Okay. Knowledge-wise, we're getting close, but we are not anywhere near the skill cap. That's kind of weird. Okay, so I guess I do want clear cutting after all. And crafting speed wouldn't hurt to get a few points in. Let's grow another void moss, and we should be able to chop this once that's done. So when I raise this level, I get times 1.02 plant yield, regardless of what level I have this at. I think that's how it works. Man, I need more attribute speed. Upgrade artifacts for sure. Right, reserve level, output level. Yeah, I think we can do output level. Probably falling behind on that. Let's see, what does this cost? 1,000? Get a few levels of that. Wait, why? Oh, refund it? So, is that like the refund chance thing and it's giving me a double harvest or something? Maybe that's what's going on. Okay, so let's get the little bit of extra juice from this. And craft thermic scrolls with this paper. Okay, so what does this do? Oh, weird. So they did it in reverse. It's no longer reducing my amount of mana. It's just, spells cost more. We get better passive generation. We can always lower it if it's too much, right? Let's get one more. Get a few thermic volumes. Okay, I think it's time to do construction aura. This is going to be a lot cheaper than it's showing. Yeah. Hey, we got a power build. Additional build in there somewhere. Increases the size of your agromancy nodes. All right, let's see if I can figure out what this actually does. Plot size. Size increases the duration of both harvesting and planting. Size increases the duration of both harvesting and planting agromancy actions. Okay, so this is good, right? Because it increases the duration, which means that I'm getting more resources out of it. The planting duration isn't good, but it's worth it. So I think we want a lot of this then. Get more wood. We need to start getting more void moss so I can get better generation of this resource too. Let's go ahead and pick this fruit. And chop. Yeah, so now this should be taking even longer. Yeah, I think that's good, right? Because in the past I got like maybe 8,000 or 9,000 for a double harvest. That was a single harvest that gave me 7,000. I think. Wait, what are the chances I would get exactly the same item again? How many different fruits are there? Is this even worth the space? Like, it feels like it's not doing anything for me. Maybe I just get rid of it. Recovering. Destroy. They'll just destroy it. And I guess it has to be ready before I can destroy it. I'm guessing that's what it's saying. And I could fill that space with void moss and more trees that actually give resources I care about. I think I want to pick a few more fruits first, just to be sure that I don't... Because, like, some of the other stuff might be really useful. Physicality gives a bunch of cap. Base spatial resource rate. We should actually invest a ton into this. Yeah, this is helping a lot with my income. Should have done this before. Okay, so this is base mental and energetic. This is mental. That's natural. Okay, so both of these are helping my skill income, which we need for... Where is it? Woodworking. Oh dear. Okay. Arcane glyph, Wait, does that really do what I think it does? I put in 2 tech and 2 magic and I get 2 orb advancements out? In addition to the, yeah, that's insane. Okay, so we have everything we need. We just need 35 Thaumic Scrolls. Greater Psionics. What does this connect to? Oh, I guess it's nothing. Parallel Agromancy. I definitely do intend to get better tools. Inventory I don't care about. Improved luck. Improves the chance for luck-based effects. Alright, I better take a break. I've been going at this for nearly 2 hours. Man, this game really sucks you in. So, I'm feeling a little bit better about my ability to generate wood now. We've, kind of closed in on it a little bit. But yeah, let me just let's save this, go back to the menu. I'll come back and pick this up in a minute. All right, I'm back. So let's see. I was just planting a sapling. Still a factor of 6 away from being able to afford woodworking. Ah, right. There was the research. So let me just check concepts. You can kind of stay where you are right now. That's fine. Oh, wait, we can get a new one already. Yes, please. Okay, what do we got? Analyze mental. Mental attribute cost. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal, isn't it? Learning charged. Purchasing an attribute generates cooldown speed. It does give base energetic resource rate. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, why does it say this is a reductive concept? So this is a reductive concept. Oh, what a weird concept. So every time you develop an attribute for 2 seconds, you get cooldown speed, and I guess that scales, right? So as it levels up, you'd get like some insane amount of cooldown speed. That's something I can already generate on the tree. Then you get base energetic resource rate, but that's also something I can generate on the tree. So even if I get this up to very high levels, it's not going to be as impressive as it sounds, because it's just copying, so it'll stack additively with those resources that are already contained within attributes. Yeah, I mean, clearly we get this because it's going to reduce all mental costs. I mean, that's a lot of resources. Knowledge, skill, psi, yeah. Okay, 1.4 billion for the next one. Okay, let's go ahead and invest in this. I have to remember to come back and level that up in a bit. Actually, it's already... Yeah, we can do it pretty quickly here because, in fact, just go to Scholar, do a couple of these. Let's level up some compartmentalization. Maybe go and get some mentality while we're at it. Intellect? Yeah. Oh wow, skill is capped out. Okay, let's just buy a ton of this. Should we do that again? Oh yeah, this is getting me where I need to get. Oh, I completely forgot about this. No wonder. No wonder I was so far behind on, yeah, so we're basically there. Okay, so we'll be able to get woodworking soon. I just need to, get my levels up. Okay, where was I? I feel like I nested like 3 or 4 different things. So we're doing concepts. Yeah, so I want to get the costs, up into the like low hundreds. Yeah, like right around there should be good. We'll just let that run for a while. Okay, and then just go and grab that. This looks like it's going to be really cheap. Get some more Wizard's Aura to generate even more of that. Get some more attunement when this is up. Okay, that's too expensive. Go back down. What do these cost now? 670k. Yeah, actually, go down one more. Spellbook. Wait, do I have a... Where's my level? There we go. Level all. Perfect. That's convenient. Okay, so what was I gonna do? Let's go ahead and chop a tree, since I don't really have anything else I'm working on right now. Okay, back to the thing I was gonna do, which is in research. Looks like we got yet another expert research now. I wanted to do, let's just keep working on expansion for now. I wanted to do this technology, or no, this innovation for arcane. It looks like we've got everything for it. No, we need the 35 thaumic scrolls. Okay, so we go to workshop, crafting. Let's quickly get some more crafting ability. Crafting cost, sure. Crafting speed, why not? Okay, so crafting... paper first. Then we'll go get the slight boost from this other, bring this up to level 9. Well, level 8. 600k, 750, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's gonna be enough. Go research. Arcane Glyph, we should have everything for that now. Now, this should be giving me 2 more orb advancements, which is kind of crazy. Parallel mines. Ooh, parallel attribute development is actually pretty tempting. Yeah, considering that it doesn't seem like there's any... there doesn't seem to be any runaway attribute speed thing. So this would allow me to level stuff up a lot faster. 0.4 times concept drain is obviously really nice too. Parallel concepts is not bad actually when I'm just doing them passively like I am now. Actually pretty good to have 2 of them. Yeah, this is a really good one. I think we push straight for that. So we need improved study level 2, which is improved study. We need scholar level 5, which we can get right now. So scholar 5. Go for that. Study requires 2 and 2, and then we need 2 more of these. We might as well go ahead and get this now, though. More queue space, better concept time scaling, scholar cost scaling. Yeah, pretty straightforward to grab that. Look at how cheap these are. Okay, did this finish yet? It did now. So that gave me another couple of orb points, but I need these. So cognitive advancements come only from scholar experience. Well, that's going to be rough. So we need to level this up twice fully. I don't know how easily that's going to come. That doesn't give me a mind thing. That gives me ability advancement. Speaking of, we should probably start working on this. Well, the best way to do that is to get points in like intellect, academic, that kind of stuff, I think. Better concepts. Arcanum casting. Okay. Yeah, take it. Plus 2% Arcanum missing per minute. That's kind of a weird stat. I have a feeling these first few levels are going to be very cheap, yeah. So we can get a bunch of... just buy those. Arcanism 2 requires Arcane Dominion. This requires 10,000. Let's go and buy those. Wow, look at my cap. It's insane. Okay, so I've got 3 orb advancements now. Let's see. Expert Scholar. We just take this all the way up to 9. What's the, no, because we need a bunch of mind things, right? Yeah, we just don't have the things for mind. What do we... Well, we don't really have anything. We can finish expansion at the very least. Let's do that. And which one is that? Does that have a, there should be one that says, here we go, overcharge technology. Oh no, that's another mind one. Perfect. This gives technology free level. Ugh, I need so many mind advancements. I mean, I guess on the bright side, I've spent almost everything, so I guess I'm not completely wasting it. Gloves requires 3 ability. Greater casting, charge spells. Okay, here we go. Arcane Dominion requires a magic. Requires 2 levels of Expert Arcane. Alright, so I guess we just go ahead and do this now. Ugh, 380 of these things. No, that's terrible. Oh, I don't like it. Unfortunately, as I research other things, that's just going to get more and more expensive, right? So I kind of have to do these 2 levels right away if I want to get this. Okay, it can't be that bad, right? Let's harvest a tree. Let's plant a couple of trees once this is finished. Okay, so we got 2 of those queued up. Space is filling. We're almost ready for gather space too. Actually, I can afford a ton of this. Well, until I spend all my verdant energy. Plot size. Natural resources gained. I think we need to do a ton of this, actually. Just because this helps with the energetic. I think there's also an upgrade in the workshop that helps with that. Charger, this thing. Yeah, let's get a bunch of this. It's going up with base energetic resource rate, so that'll charge that up. So it was the mind one, right? Parallel minds. Because now I have everything except that. Right, I don't want to do any of these until I do arcane. So let's craft some paper. I spent all the wood. Okay, so let's get some craftsmanship and then do more paper. Maybe one of these as well. Okay, craft me all your paper. And then we just need an absolute ton of Vomic scrolls. Give you the Cliff Notes overview of what this game is. So it's an incremental game. You're basically a wizard. You start with nothing, and you basically cast spells to generate resources, and then as you play, you get access to more and more tools. So it's kind of complicated to describe, but in addition to spells, you eventually get artifacts that you can use, which are basically like passive tool abilities. You get it's basically like a resource generation puzzle game where you're trying to find combos to generate more and more resources to unlock more powerful stuff. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. It doesn't make much sense if you jump into the middle of it. You kind of have to start from the beginning. See, this is just not enough. I mean, this will get me close to my 370. Paper is the bottleneck, which means wood and skill are the bottleneck. Probably wood, yeah. Wood is the bottleneck. Let's go and get the 370 and see how much, oh look, we could afford energy trees now, too. Okay, let's see if this is going to be enough. That's going to give me the 370 at least. So let's research this and see... 380, okay. I guess one thing I could do is I could start the next one. And then even if I research something else, the cost won't go up. Let's just start this and then pause it. So I need to generate 500 more Thaumic scrolls. Magic parchment, spatial parchment. So if I can generate more spatial resources. So one thing I can do is I can level up attunement more to get me more magic resources. And then if I level up containment to give me more spatial resources, that'll at least increase the efficiency. This is a natural building resource. I can improve the natural ability. Yeah, basically, Kirk, there's a lot of weird combos and stuff too. So like they give you access to a whole bunch of tools, and there's a ton of different resources, like all of these on the left. So right now I have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different resources. And there's all sorts of little additional things. I wanted to see if... Yeah, so you do get a different fruit. Plus 120% missing magic per minute. But yeah, there's just so many different different things to try to make use of in here. So that I already kind of maxed out. I think I want more of this verdant energy, so I'm gonna sacrifice one slot here to grow a couple of seedlings. Wish there was a way to boost paper. Maybe if I go to... Let's unlock some new spells. Oh, wow. Dense expansion. Wait, spatial resources, that's paper. Wait a minute. This could be exactly what I need right now. Gain 0.4 spatial affinity. This is a cantrip, so this can be boosted. This is a conjuration cantrip, but it can be boosted with other spells too. So, and I can be boosted with cantrip power. All right, this is really good. Let's see what else I can get from this setup here. Arcane Aura. Times 1.4 spatial resources gain. Wow. That is an insane amount of aura power. Might as well generate some more. These are going to be the regular knowledge spells. We got recharge is... I want to see what accelerated does. Plus 3 accelerated per second. Okay, so it just gives me a little bit more base resource rate, but not... It's not insane, because it can only last up to 10 stacks. Okay, what's this one? Undergrowth. Druidry attuned spell that expands space more effectively over time. So it's just another boost to spatial resources gained. Looks like it... Oh, it has an insane spell weight. And a large cooldown. I just don't see myself ever using this recharge thing. All it does is give a little bit of a boost to cooldowns and passive generation. I'm going to choose this one even though I don't think I'm going to be able to use it for a little while. Okay, so spellcraft becomes more expensive now. Let's see if I can set up a... Set up a loadout for these. Let's get rid of these. I'm just going to throw this in and cast it to be able to remove this. Oh, whoops. I did not intend to use that, but... Well, that's magic resources, but no, we want to do the spatial thing, so... Spatial... So that costs 3. Dense expansion costs 2. And that costs way too much. So I could do 3... let's see, this is aura power and spatial resources gained. I think I want to just cast a bunch of these. Yeah, we'll come back and do this other stuff later. So this costs 2.8 million. All right, let's just see what this generates. Okay, that's a lot of paper. That's not... And that's a lot of thaumaturgy. That is also a really, really large cooldown, but... I can guarantee you that we are well behind schedule on dealing with cooldowns. Yeah, agility is basically non-existent here. So that's a cantrip, so we can drastically reduce that cooldown. You can also get cantrip spell power here. I just need to spam these. These are way underleveled. Kind of hilarious how low these are. So that generated how much paper? 61 paper? A lot lower cooldown now. Okay, so that's starting to get really expensive. This is expensive in terms of spark. What we can do is do some of these. Got spark cost down. And then... not really any point in leveling that. Let's get some infusions going. Some more wisdom. Look at my mana capacity. It's insane. Alright, this casting level is not sustainable. Okay, so now that I've started this, this should not go up in cost. Wasn't Scholar 6 hiding something good? I think I wanted to get Augments 2 for something at some point. I don't remember the reason, though. Ooh, Artificer costs wood. If I want to start investing in Artificer, I should probably do it soon. Did not realize that... yeah, I completely forgot that wood is going to be such a pain. Yeah, Druidry requires wood too. This will help me get more wood. So let's go ahead and get that. It'll be my last technology for a little bit. Unless we're doing... are we doing auras? Greater special, greater rest. Let's take a look at this tooltip. Improved special, special stats, charm spell power, and something undiscovered. Oh my gosh, look at this stuff. Overcharge technology. Right, yeah. So that's the mental thing. Okay, so that's what I want to spend my mental on. Um, okay, let's just go ahead and do tools. And commit to that. Agromancy, let's plant a tree. Hey, energy trees. Okay. Alright, let's go and do this crafting then. We got a couple of things we can spend this stuff on. Crafting, artificer. Let's get some more craftsmanship levels. Some more engineering levels. Anything else? So what do these generate? 15.8 paper. Alright, maybe there's a way to make this work, but for right now it's probably better to just... Yeah, I can probably set up a combo with this in a minute, but let's just do what works to unlock these couple of things. Something I already know works, which is just going to be crafting a ton of paper here. And then... Oh, I should have at least done the boost to spatial resources. Let's see, we don't need this anymore. So let's get rid of these. Spatial times 1.4 spatial resources gained. Yeah, so we just run a couple of these when we craft paper. We run these when we do the magic. Okay, energy trees. Exciting to get something new. Druidry 3 requires 60,000. Energize requires 2 of them. Can I just do this now? Okay, 386. Let's do the paper generation thing. So to do that, I need to get wood first. Let's fix these cooldowns. So this needs to finish. It'll be interesting to see if the force spark is passive. Or if I actually need to like chop it down to get the force spark. Okay, so here's the force tree. Can be harvested for wood and force spark. Covering. Peel bark. Okay, perfect. So we can just peel the bark and leave the wood there. That generates stuff. Oh, this does give a lot of wood. 1,500 per second. Oh wait, this gives 1,500 per second. Okay, I guess we're doing better than I thought we were. Huh. I need more slots. We're running out of stuff now. This still isn't ready. I think we got to get rid of this fruit tree. It's just not worth it. Maybe later when we have a lot more slots, we can devote 1 slot to fruit trees, but I just don't even care about these fruits. Like, I can fill almost any of my resources. I guess the one thing that would be useful is there's like a few that are hard to fill, like spark. If I could fill energetic or elemental, I could get this cap just to be insane. Same thing for natural. I could use it for verdant energy just to get a ton of it. I think those are the only ones I really care about. All right, well, we've got that wood. Let's go to our paper tab, which is here. This is giving the spatial resources. I'm curious to see what this aura power does. Could be absolutely insane. Casting, we're at level 7. This costs... Can I cast these at max level? Not really, but I can cast them at next to max level. Blast your auras with immense power. Can't wait to see what this does. Okay, so we're gonna craft paper while these are going. It's like... Oh, it's channeled. Okay. I can only cast one at a time. That's okay. Still, that's a lot of paper. So making the auras so powerful would be something to do after casting a ton of psychic blasts. Wow, look, we're actually kind of close to getting the 10 million space. Let's cast some of these. And I think I want to do... Let's do containment and expansion. And Urn of Urns. Let's do a little memory too. Some physicality maybe. Alright, let's do this Atomic Scroll cast. We're gonna finish Expert Arcane. Let's get a bunch of these for the aura power. Some more craftsmanship, I guess. Engineering. Let's do assembly. Some clear cutting, why not? So parallel mines, we still need scholar experience. Scholar. Oh man, we gotta get so many levels in here. Oh, we can do Arcanism 2 in a second, right? Arcane Dominion, Research, Innovation. Wait, where is Arcane Dominion? Arcane Dominion costs 1. And that's easy. Greater Special. Okay, Arcanism 2 is free. is elemental shaper, elemental resources gained. This is so insane. And Echo Mage for cantrip Echo Cast effect. I mean, do I really care about that? I guess we'll pick up some easy, cheap levels. Infuse Arcanum. Let's make this cheaper before we buy it. And get some arcane reserves as well. Some more resilience. All right, let's start thinking about how we get to the next stage. I'm still not at all happy with my wood generation ability, but I don't think we go into Druidry at all. Even though that costs wood. Yeah, I think we go straight to Artificer. 32,000. Ugh, the problem is I need more plots. Where's the technology for plot size? Soil? Requires expansion 6. Now, I know what we do. I'm going to pick one more fruit here. The cooldown time on this is 540. We're going to destroy this at the next opportunity. Oh wait, now they're actually giving me... Oh, wait a minute. Now they're actually giving me something interesting. Permanently enhances your cost reductions. Wait a minute. Oh, is this a luck-based thing? Is this why there's luck? You see how this is a relic fruit? This is a food, this is a food. This one's a relic. Okay, I know it's times 0.88 attribute cost, which sounds insane. But you gotta remember that's like a one-time thing. It's the attribute cost scaling that matters. Like, even if I could get, like, attribute cost to times 0.01, it wouldn't really matter in the long run compared to a decent reduction to cost scaling. So this is like a minor benefit. I mean, I'll eat it. I'll take the boost. I think for right now, we still get rid of the fruit tree. I'll come back to it. Like, I'll come back to... Once I have more points to throw into random stuff, and we actually have more room, I can come back to this. Let's harvest the bark and get some force bark off of here. Force bark is an energetic building resource. Still got a little bit of time left. I'm not gonna get it done in time. I gotta remember before I do actions like this, like, I do have ways of boosting. Like, I have spells that boost energetic resources gained. So I should be, like, stacking those. Okay, let's plant another tree. Oh, I've got more space now because of my expert expansion levels. That's good. Yeah, 8 from that upgrade and 4 from expert expansion. So I could theoretically just get a few more levels of expert expansion and keep the fruit tree around. We'll see. Alright, let's go ahead and chop this. I need to figure out what's going on. Spark Chaos. Combine Spark and Force Spark to create random treasures. Wait, so I can just keep doing this over and over? Ooh. Okay, that's kind of cool. There's got to be something better to spend this on there, right? I don't think I just want to keep doing this over and over again. As neat as that is. Imbue an attribute with build speed. So something that I want... Yeah, and the effect levels. I mean, I obviously want this to be, like, really... On something that I want really high level, and I want to be able to develop quickly. I think for right now I can just think about it. Doesn't have to be done right now. Okay, so we need 1,000 for this. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to look at. So if I look at this force tree, if I chop it, I get 59.3 per second. So it looks like I probably get about the same amount of force spark, because this is a longer duration, but less force spark per second. But this takes 2 minutes to recover. Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm confused. This shouldn't be taking the full 740. It should just be taking the 2 minutes, right? Unless I built another one. I don't know. Let's get more construction aura. And let's go to Scholar and get more mental from here. Get more academic. More mentality. Okay, so that was one cognitive advancement. We still need another one for this parallel mines. Parallel mines is going to be a really big deal. I've got 3 orb advancements already. Yeah, I've got to do the wood stuff first. So let's at least take Artificer to 4 and get an extra slot. 33,000. I feel like no matter what I do, I'm going to be struggling to get enough wood income. And I guess woodworking might help. I think we're going to save up the skill now for that. Let's see, I upped the skill generation. Anything else I can do to boost this? Let's see, what's my rate when I have all these casted? 1.62 thousand per second. All right, thanks, Kirk. I'm actually gonna have to get off here soon. I gotta get some work done, and hopefully I'll be able to come back and stream more tonight. But have a good day. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about this. Let's keep boosting this. And the same thing with this. Get those nice and leveled up. Okay, it's there. Let's go to workshop. Woodworking. Efficient collection. Improves passive generation of building and parchment resources. Okay, that's a great in theory. But I don't have passive generation of building or parchment resources. What? Wait, this would be so perfect. I mean, this is exactly what I want, right? So I need to figure out where I get that. It looks like they want me to get Expert Artificer level 2 for this to be efficient. And certainly, yeah, the paper cost is sky high because I don't have it, so... but where would I get this passive income from? Advanced construction. So it definitely looks like this has to go the full duration. Can I destroy this? No. So wait a minute, it looks like when I pick the fruit, not only does it have to recover, but then it has to go through the full grow cycle again. That can't be right. I think something's wrong with this, right? Because when I grow from a seed, it has to go through the grow cycle, and then it does this if you just do the partial thing. But it looks like it's bugged and it's doing the full grow, or possibly both. Like it's doing the recover and then the full grow cycle to get your fruit tree back. I just have a feeling that's wrong and not how it's intended to be. Although that probably would have been caught in testing, now that I think about it. Mastery. Let's take a look at this. So as you master Oak Tree... Okay, looks like just as we master things, we get plot yield. Eventually we can get... Oh, I see. Alright. Base verdant energy per second. Wasn't there something that cost like 60,000? Yeah, Druidry 3. We earn 32 per second. Earn 138 per second. Yeah, it's gonna be a little while to get up to 60,000. Oh, the space is almost there. Okay, so Gather Space 2 is going to be ready soon. Flow is going to cost 4,000 Thaumic Scrolls. That gets me Control and Water. I think I'm like nearing the point where I could start thinking about going into Alchemy, but I need to like do another round of power up and get like 2 or 3 orders of magnitude stronger on everything first. Because it's just going to take way too long to generate that. So what are the big questions right now? Let's level up this Wizard's Aura. Attunement. Yeah. Oh, I guess the reason my mana can't keep up is because I should be leveling up this reserve level. Can probably get a couple more of these. Alright, well the 60,000 is already here, so let's do that. I didn't spend the other thing I needed. Oh, it's knowledge, which I have tons of. Druidry 3, what do you got for me? Okay, empowered roots. Tree size. Size increases the duration of both harvesting and planting. Okay, so it's just another multiplier to income from those. Okay. And then... Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Base wood per second. Finally. And base verdant energy per second. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, just buy it. Okay, now it's really, really expensive. Would require druidry level 6 to be efficient with this. Okay, let me think about this. I think this is a good stopping point. We just made a major breakthrough here. So I guess basically I can think about how I want to boost the heck out of this. Obviously we have the woodworking thing. That's going to be a big part of it, I imagine. So we need to get 2 levels of Artificer before we can start thinking about this. And that's going to give me a boost to the wood income. We still don't have a parchment income, so I'm going to have to find that somewhere else. I'm not as concerned about parchment income, though. As long as we can get the wood income, I can craft the parchment pretty easily. All right, looking good. Let's call it there. Next time, which might be tonight, hopefully I will be able to get enough power to get flow and move into alchemy. It's exciting. It feels like this is a big push now to get from workshop into alchemy. It takes a while to get everything together. All right, thanks guys. I'll likely start streaming again tonight in, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. If not, there's always tomorrow. See you guys later.